everybody, and welcome to episode 30 of Read This Way, your manga and anime podcast where we just talk. I was going to say a word, but I can't because it's the first, a few seconds of YouTube.
Just do it, man.
Nah, because then we're not monetized at all anyway, so.
No. Is anybody really watching? Let loose.
Oof. We got some a few things to actually talk about this week. There's been quite a few big chapters in the weeklies that have been really good, as well as some pretty big news around some of those weeklies as well. Some recommendations from fellow mangakas, and probably, I admittedly haven't actually gotten a chance to get around to reading Jiangshi X properly yet.
No.
So I still haven't read the first chapter properly, and I haven't read chapter 2 at all. So okay. I will get around to that one.
I'll quickly fly over the top of it if you.
Cool. I want to this whole week has been crazy. I've just started a new job, so I haven't had a chance to sit down and just commit to a new series, whereas the other ones I can just kind of pick it up whenever, quickly read through a chapter, and that
exactly
sort of
where you are,
shiz,
and you don't have to concentrate on new characters and
themes, world building, all of that stuff. So I'm excited to get around to it, because what I saw was good, and what you were talking about was it could be the next Naruto or Boruto for the newer generation. Can you think of anything else off the top of your head that we're going to talk about today?
Oh yeah, I want to talk about some of the new season anime stuff.
Yes, actually, me too.
Because I've actually managed to pick up a few.
From last season.
I normally skip. Yeah, I normally skip over most of it. And but this time I've had a few extra minutes.
I've been so impatient lately, so I've been only watching stuff when I know I can binge a few episodes. So I'm a little bit behind the I'm only
stuff, so
the previous season, checking that out now.
Yeah.
I checked out. Actually, no, we'll talk about that in a minute. I think that's what we'll probably be getting into. Some anime from the current and last season. Actually, Bochi the Rock is this season, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it? How many episodes are out? I have no idea.
Wow, I didn't even actually pay attention to that coming out. That's mind-boggling. How did I not know that was happening? You said you started reading it. Were you reading it, or were you watching it?
No, watching it.
You were watching it. You were talking.
Oh, you've been reading it.
Yeah. Well, I did early on. Read quite a bit, and it's such a weird, crazy setup, and it's actually quite different to.
Oh, really?
Ones. Well, once you dig into it, it's definitely a bit different.
Oh, you mean in genre-wise? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it was it was last season. I think all episodes are out. It's sitting at a 9 out of 10 though. That's pretty impressive.
Well, it's a good story. The characters are great. I can't see why it wouldn't strike high. But nobody's been talking about it. So
we'll get into that.
That'd be nice.
On the wrong page. There we are. Jack hath arrived. Hey man, what's going on?
Yeah.
I know what's going on. He's having a horrible night at work.
We're here to brighten the day.
That's it, at least for an hour.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. Well, let's plug the intro, because I paid for it and I'm going to use it every single time. And I really like it. So see you in a sec. I always forget how hard it is to pad that first bit without talking too much about what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, we've got to line that up a bit better, don't we?
I know.
It's new. It's new. It's a new
It's
year.
new.
We're doing new things. We'll work
Sounds
it
like it's a new year and we've both already got burnout.
out. Yes, Jack. This is right.
Yeah.
Every year they just get either I get more intelligent or they get more stupid.
Wow. Or both.
Or both. Right. We
I was going to say it's a
the
bell
news?
curve, but like I don't think that that's really like accurate at all. Just goes to show how intelligent I am. Yeah, let's run over the news. So tying in, I want to tie this in quickly with one of the weeklies though. My Hero Academia has been picking up traction a lot recently, and especially the last few chapters. It had a pretty cool like little mini arc that focused on. This is minor spoilers for upcoming events in this anime and minor spoilers for the manga. It focused on like the more anthropomorphized characters and the racist. Actually, I take that back. It won't be in the anime because they scrapped all of Spinner's storylines. So,
that's right, they did, didn't they?
Yeah. So like, I'm not even kidding. We had like maybe 12 chapters. We kind of cut away a bit, but it was mainly focused on the anthropomorph. I can't even say it now. The anthro characters. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
And it was really cool. Had like this more of a darker undertone, as you would expect, and it shone a spotlight on a couple of like minor characters that you don't really get to see a whole lot of usually. Then with the reintroduction of a couple of previous characters, which was so fun to see them back. This current week's chapter is probably the best it's been in a very long time.
Nice.
Now to transition to the news. My Hero Academia is on sudden break in Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 10. This week as well as issue 11. Next week due to Kohei Hirokoshi's poor health. So, yeah.
This always happens, isn't it? It starts to get really good, and they're pouring themselves into their work, and of course they're going to get sick.
Yeah, but I mean, it could have also been a long time coming. That he was pushing himself too hard, and that's when the series was kind of feeling a bit shaky. But even like some of the bloody spreads we got in this chapter was just incredible. Yes, absolutely.
Better. So we're happy he's taking a break.
He's getting 2 weeks off, and I'm hoping he gets the help he needs and just chills.
Well, we've seen over the past 6 to 10 months, they've actually been treating them pretty well, giving them the breaks they need, and giving them time off. So, the fans,
especially with like Ruri Dragon and whatnot.
Yeah, the fans definitely aren't breaking out and causing trouble about the whole thing.
No, and it's the publishing companies that are all, oh, we need to get these out, otherwise the fans, rah rah rah, which is it's just money. But then the fans are all like, nah, take care of yourself. We don't want your heart to explode. And then, yeah.
As we've seen in the past, they do. They pour themselves into their work so much, and there is love them for it.
There is a lot of kind of sad news about this burnout and mismanagement from the production companies and publication companies at the moment as well. And I mean, it's a systemic issue. It's going to take time to change, but we've been there, like Aniplex, and there was another one that I can't remember. Indefinitely postponing some of their anime that have just dropped season. Ayakashi Triangle was one of the ones that's been put on hold.
Yep.
Nier Automata.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I knew I should have.
Put you on the spot.
I was doing the research on it today, because I briefly mentioned it last time, and then I just completely forgot. I was like, oh, I should write some notes. Nah, it's all right. I'll remember.
You
I'll
remember.
make
You
sure
remember.
I'll
Yeah,
remember.
sure.
I should never trust myself ever.
Yeah. Look at, and then and this is all a reflection on the fact that anime and manga are becoming internationally much bigger than what they were before, and therefore their
Misfit
practices
Demon Academy.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, they're being more scrutinized, heavily scrutinized.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, people are asking for better conditions and so on and so forth. But it's a cultural difference that we don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just the anime and manga industry. It's all of Japan, you know, behaves in this sort of manner. And their work ethic is fantastic. But they've got to look after themselves.
But because of that, then there's also it's a lot easier to take advantage of them as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is exactly what happens, like with the animators and the mangakas, and the like that's where our scope is. So like that's what we are seeing. And I mean, Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead is a perfect example. Death March into a Parallel World, like it happens everywhere. The black companies in office jobs where you'll go to work one day and leave 3 days later. Like it's probably a little excessive.
Well,
but
but we don't see that here. You know, here in Australia, if you're watching internationally, you know, most countries don't operate in that manner.
Yeah,
it's illegal. But I guess that's just how they do things over there. I mean, they've got beds in their offices, and you know, it's just the culture is just so different, and it's clearly not good for them.
Yeah,
and I want more content.
I think it's Production IG. Is it Production IG?
Really?
Oh, that hang hurts. On, no, I don't think it is. Hang on, I think I just saw them. So Kubo-san is also being delayed, but it's being delayed like till next season. And a lot of what's being thrown around is COVID. And while there is, while that can't be completely ruled out, a lot of it seems to be because it's mainly like Aniplex shows, and a lot of the higher up animators are actually going to Twitter and taking out their grievances and basically saying that no, it's mismanagement and blah 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 and a couple other things. And it's a hot mess at the moment. And I wish I could actually find what the actually it's full screen. I can't read that.
It's too tiny.
It's yeah. Oh, Karakawa. That's who it is. Karakawa.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Found it. Bloody hell, that took forever.
And they're not small companies. They're not doing little projects. Those guys are, you know, they're big companies with big numbers producing big anime. They should be able to look after their staff correctly. Really.
Yep. But they do about 4 episodes, start broadcasting, and as episode 1's broadcasting, they're working on 5 and 6.
You see, that just doesn't make sense. I mean, look at all the titles that have come out recently where all of production was done before they rolled it out. Look at the quality difference. And
Cyberpunk.
Not just the quality. Yeah. It is the number one.
Need I say
number
more?
one example. You don't need to say anything else, man. It's how we going, Ollie? It's just their standard just needs to sort of jump It doesn't need to
Well,
jump up. They just need to give them the time. They need
well,
to give
see, and
them
this
time
the
to
other
actually
thing,
produce
right?
that quality.
Apparently, just this season alone, there are 60 anime coming out.
It's not necessary. I can't
Like,
keep track of them all.
come on, like, and if that's happening across the board, like, there are so many people being burnt out, and apparently
Oh yeah,
they go through animators so consistently over there because of things like this.
yeah. It's just it doesn't seem. I mean, I get they're trying to get new stuff out. They're trying to, create brands and try and keep the company running. But man, how did Trigger do it? You look at it and
They
you're
had
like,
backing from a non-Japanese company.
yeah, at that time. But how long have Trigger been running for?
Yeah, oh yeah, true.
And how many original titles have they done? Yeah. So what I'm
But
saying is,
I wonder whether or not that's due to their prestige. Like, I wonder how much clout that they can kind of throw around.
They've only got that prestige because they take their time with their work.
Oh yeah.
And in order to get that prestige, you can't just keep thumping junk out one thing after another and destroying your company and your people. It's not right.
No, you can't, Trossie. It is almost impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, I can almost guarantee like a good chunk of them aren't going to be great, but
yeah,
I would much prefer quality over quantity.
Exactly right. I'm happy to have 15 really good series in a season. That's all I need. 15 is plenty. I
Max.
don't think we need much
Please.
more than that. And try to restrain yourself on the isekai people. I mean, I enjoy them as much as everyone else, but if we've got 60 coming out, 52 of them are isekai.
Just have a different flavor of isekai, please.
They do. They're all different flavors.
It's all the same flavor.
Cooking or same deal.
Moving along.
Moving
so the recommendation that I wanted to throw out that I thought was so cool was Akutami Gege from Jujutsu Kaisen has recommended Marriage Toxin in a widespread sort of thing, which is
makes
so
so
cool.
much sense.
Makes so sense. Okay. Actually, that makes a lot of sense due to with the action scenes now. So the artist was a assistant on Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got
it's all coming together.
I can see it because it does have that similar flavor to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In some respects, as soon as the action hits, it's got a very similar sort of flavor to it.
And funnily enough, the first thing that came to my mind was I think it was chapter 3 where he has the cleaning solution and he cuts through the car. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so good. Where's that cleaning solution, man? He could have used that. He could be using that in the most recent chapters.
Oh no, I haven't read today's chapter yet.
I haven't either. Don't, just relax. it always comes out like hours before the cast. So
I saw it earlier when I read Chainsaw Man because I've been using Manga Plus a little bit less lately and been reading more on Jump. So I almost just missed Dan yesterday because I was like, oh, it's not up yet. I was like, hang on a minute, you're using the wrong app.
That's right. I'm considering switching straight to Plus. Yes, Jack, you simp for the isekais. You can chill. Oh, hey, Jade.
I think this is the most concurrent viewers we've ever had.
I know. It's going crazy.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks for what were we talking about? I got distracted.
The apps. Yeah, we were talking about the apps.
I've got a pretty good segue actually, seeing as we're talking about the apps.
Well, we were going to quickly remind everybody the price is going up on Jump. And Manga Plus is completely free and has most of the same content on a weekly basis. I don't think there's any titles missing there, is there? I think it just has extra.
I think it just has extra.
Yeah. So segue us through.
No. Okay. Actually, Logan, you were wrong.
Oh no.
So
Eat my words.
the price the price hike was in January. So we only just had the price hike starting January 1st from $1.99 to $2.99.
Okay.
Now that price is always the USD price, I think, and then when we buy it through the Play Store, it then converts or something. I can never remember.
Yeah.
But just recently, I got a notification that it's jumping from $2.99 to $4.69, which nice, haha, sex number, but that's. But you just increased it a month ago, like
everything's going up in price, right? I think it's I think it's a knee jerk. I think they're worried that people are going to be pulling out soon and going straight to. Thanks, guys. I think people are going to start shifting over to Plus pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how much long. Well, see, Plus does have its downsides. Where Plus has, if you're reading weekly, perfect. It's free. You if you miss a couple of weeks, you can go back and read. But anything past that, you have to go somewhere else.
Provided that it's a Jump title, not a Jump Plus title.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anything that's Jump, you then would have to go to either Jump Plus, so the Shonen Jump app, or the Viz Media website, which I think is the same thing anyway. I'm just trying to think of all the official ones.
Yeah.
I think there's another one, but I can't remember what it is.
I'm just hoping that Shueisha pull out from their deal and just start putting everything on Manga Plus.
If they do that, I hope they overhaul the app a little bit, because it's good, but it could be better.
Could do with a little bit extra of a lot.
And
I love the fact that they've got all the indie stuff on there as well. All the guys wanting to make their mark. So it's good that they're starting to generate that direction.
It honestly kind of feels like Webtoon's model.
Yep, it does. It sounds almost
like
the same.
It's almost like it's just different formatting, but it's Webtoon's model.
It's Webtoon's sort of.
So you've got like your big stories that they've got, like you've got like Shotgun Boy, Sweet Home, all of those big ones. But then in Webtoon, you've also got the creator portal sort of thing where you can go in there. And
the thing about that is they all start at that point. They all start at all these titles started at that point. You know, all your Sweet Homes and your.
That's the difference. There is that the publication company's gone, we can do that, but we've got this already, so let's put that as our benchmark, and then we'll have the creator side of it as well, which is through Mediabang.
Oh yeah. They're another.
I think they partnered up with them.
What do they do? They they have their they do a bit of anime stuff. Mediabang, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and they've also got the Paint app.
They do too.
Studio.
But it's a web browser version.
They do have an app as well.
Yeah, well, okay, you use it on your phone, but it's
I know. Right. Well, no, I think they've got PC version as well, actually. But I think I think that's a paid. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No,
I'll have to check it out. I'll probably eat my words again.
You're wrong again. I'm looking at her right now. Like, nah, you're wrong.
No, shut up. Segue to something else. God damn
it. Oh no, where's my news tab gone?
We don't need any more news. Let's talk about weeklies.
Nah, I've got more news, man. It's been a bit of a bigger week. Because the next news I have to talk about is Tasty. It's still a bit ways off though, which is a little bit sad, but it's something in the works. So Kaku Yuji, the mangaka for Hell's Paradise and Aishimon, anticipates the announcement of a work they have started to be still some time away, but they feel impatient about it. And they're also doing a stage play along with the anime in the upcoming months as well for Hell's Paradise.
Oh, that would be insane.
I knew about the anime, but I've seen some of like reading Oshinoko and learning about some of the other stuff that they do in Japan with the stage plays of manga titles where they've got like a rotating audience with like multiple sets done up. That would be so cool. And like just all the practical effects that they would use to set up the scenes. Yeah. Oh, it'd be gorgeous.
They'd be better off doing Attack on Titan stage. The effects and stuff they'll need for Hell's Paradise is going to be pretty insane.
I can't imagine how they'd do that on like a stage play. It'd be incredible though. Especially like the start. Like, how are you going to torture someone to death like that and not kill him?
I'm sure they'll work something out.
Oh man, I'm so excited for Hell's Paradise's anime adaptation. That's gonna look so good.
It's gonna hit just as hard as Chainsaw Man, I reckon.
And Jujutsu.
If not harder, I'm gonna say. As much as I love Chainsaw Man, the start of Chainsaw Man is a little bit slower, whereas Hell's Paradise hits the ground running like crazy.
Boom. Nice.
Thanks, Jade.
I hope we don't make your EEG a bit erratic with our talking, getting you excited for anime or shit like that.
Because that's what we get excited about.
Yeah, man. I think we're actually getting a couple of new. I think we're getting a couple of new series coming to Jump Plus as well in February.
What more? I mean, I'm not complaining.
And then I know, and then there's 2 of the indie ones coming as well. Yeah. I like that they are doing a clear separation as well.
Yeah. It's nice that they're doing that, and they're sort of bringing it to the attention that these titles that the indie stuff are releasing are wholly and solely the artists. The editors aren't involved with this sort of stuff. So if you see something on there that really catches your eye, you're going to want to follow them and keep track of them.
Yeah.
Because they are definitely going to be rising stars, one would say.
Oh, if it goes for 8 days, then cool. The other bit of news, One Piece has been sharing its live key visuals for the series, and I'm excited.
I know you are.
I'm either going to love it or I'm going to be excited to shit all over it. Like it's going to be good for me either way. It's like content or content.
Oh, look, I'm going to say if you hate it, I'm going to watch it.
All right, well, I'm just going to say that I hate it then. If I can get you into One Piece somehow.
In some way.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all right.
That is a cool visual though.
It is. They are looking. It is looking good, and I will watch it. Don't get me wrong. I will watch it because it's a big production, and it's going to be a benchmark for any other further adaptations that people lay down.
Like Cowboy Bebop was a swing and a miss.
It depends on whether you'd watch the original or not.
Yeah,
this is the thing.
I mean, yeah, okay, actually.
Production. You look at the production on that and the quality. It's actually pretty nice. So if you come from a non-anime background and you watch that show, you'd be pretty impressed. It's not that long.
I swear,
it's not like
No, I'm assuming she's talking
it's a
about One
little over
Piece.
it. Yeah. It's only a little over 1,000 episodes, and there's a solid block of 76 episodes of filler. It's
which you can skip. But I mean, once you get to the filler, it's you've already been indoctrinated, so you'd be like, I'll watch it anyway because they're my family now.
We're one and the same.
Honestly, like I think Mother's Basement did a video on it that was very skewed. It's like tongue in cheek, like don't get into One Piece because it will consume you. But then goes to list all the good things about it. And it's a huge series, and I get how daunting it is, but god damn, it's so good. I with the Cowboy Bebop series, I have heard mixed things, and like I heard that some of the actors brought their A game, and it's one of those things that you're never going to be able to please anyone. Everyone. And the people who were fans going into it are expecting so high expectations that it's just never going to hit the mark.
Yeah, I think they made a poor choice choosing that as their first go at transcribing an anime to a physical series.
Was it?
I think they might have been. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure there is. I'm gonna eat my words again. I think they would have been better off picking a lesser known series, but still popular. And one little series I think that they should have done was Bubblegum Crisis 2040.
That could have worked pretty well.
That would have worked really well. And I think it's got enough content in it, and it's not too there's something about Cowboy Bebop that's hidden in the tone of its production and the way it tells the stories and its beats. So it's hard to transcribe and maintain that same tone. Whereas if you just take a cyberpunk action film or series, people are going to hate it less, I think. There's not as much nuance to it.
The thing that got me
they just need to be a little bit more careful.
I don't understand how you screw up the opening. Like, if you can't do it better, just use the original opening. Like Cowboy Bebop, it's only silhouettes, pretty much.
Honestly, they should have just skipped the opening. They should have just left it out.
You can't leave out Tank. How dare you?
I know, but they put it in the credits.
That is a masterpiece.
Yeah, they put it in the credits. It's I just feel
that would be a very funky way to finish an episode. Because like usually the openings are all like bumpy, so you're like excited for the episode, and the closer is like chill, so you're all mellowed. But yeah.
But it'd be interesting.
Wikipedia changed its format. This is weirding me out. I'm trying to quickly find. I'm trying to quickly find.
You're trying to prove me wrong. That's what's happening.
Well, I actually feel like there was something else, but I can't remember what it is.
They've done a lot of Netflix originals anime series, but I don't think they've done live action. I'm pretty confident that Cowboy Bebop was there first, which is dangerous.
Yeah,
dangerous. What else? We've got Makoto Shinkei's newest film is making bank. Man, that guy just has had hit after hit after hit. After
his
coming,
newest one.
He basically came straight out of college and started directing anime.
Jesus.
It was insane. I remember seeing his first short film on because it got released on DVD. That's how big it was, which was what was it? Brain fart.
Whoa.
Oh, now
What
I
does
need to
that
look it up.
equate to?
Your Name is, of course, his most recent one. 5 centimeters per second, which was his first one
Oh yeah,
that he did.
that was a pretty. Like it
It
was
was
good.
super mellow.
It was super pretty, but it was just like nothing really happens.
No, that's the point. It was a project by a uni student.
Oh, I didn't realize he was still in uni when he did it.
Yeah. So, he directed it. He directed it, screenplay, storyboard, art director, sound director, producer, 3D CG work, background art, camera, cinematography, color design, and editing.
Oh yeah, so he did everything.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then after that, he went straight on to Children Who Chase Lost Voices, which was like, man, that thing was huge. It almost ran for 2 hours. That was a massive movie. Really good stuff.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that he's still on top of his game. He's still making a ton of money to continue producing basically love projects.
Yeah.
And everybody loves his work. When you look at Your Name, brought anime into so many houses that didn't already consider it. So it was just breaking boundaries. So it'll be nice to see once it actually comes over this way one day.
Oh damn.
What?
So
That list is long, isn't it?
One Piece has hit just for Film Red 319. Is that billion?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, billion.
You're always saying billion.
Oh man. Like it's pretty much like about like 2.5 billion USD, I think, roughly.
Yeah. And that's just in Japan, yeah? Or is that national?
No, that's worldwide now. That is worldwide now. More than that, essentially, is what it's saying, which is just crazy numbers. But it has been airing for like months.
Avatar's got a lot of work to do, hey?
Come on, James Cameron, what the hell are you doing, bro?
That's right. Get it together.
I think that about covers us for the news. It was a bit of a busy week, I think.
Sure.
I'm just quickly skimming through. What have you been watching, man? Tell us about the anime.
What have I been watching? Okay. So I guess I'll start with the odd one out of the bunch, which is Onimai. That's the one where I'm Now Your Sister.
Oh yes.
It's
the possibly one that's borderline degenerate.
Well, so a lot of people have been talking about this because it is really close line to lolly ecchi level.
Yeah.
But it's not. So I see it so differently. And, I get that some people see it in a wrong way, but I don't see all the pervy stuff. It's not, I mean, the older girls, yes, there's plenty of pervy weird stuff going on there. But the interaction between the brother turned sister and his sister is really heartwarming. Great stuff.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the animation is just, it is beautiful and really easy to watch.
It's only weird if you make it weird, bro.
That's what it is. This is what it is, and I can guarantee you, if you start watching it, someone will walk into the room at just the wrong time, as per usual.
Oh, for sure. It always happens.
Yeah.
I swear it's not watching. This weird all the time.
I promise. But it's just really fun to see a guy, probably late teens gets converted to a 12-year-old girl. And this guy's a complete shut-in, never goes outside, never goes to school, doesn't talk to friends or any of that sort of stuff. And his brainiac science sister converts
I was about
him.
to say
She turns him into she turns him into a little sister. And it's all
I was about to ask, like,
plot.
was there a
Yeah, there's a sequence at the start where she's like, hey, by the way, I'm turning you into a little sister as a science experiment. But it's actually
almost sounds like
Ichigoku,
Ichigoki almost. Like, it almost sounds like the same premise, but instead of a cyborg, it's a gender swap. And it also sounds funnier.
Yeah.
No shade, but
no. Its humor is in the way he adapts to becoming a little girl.
Yeah.
Because it's, straight off the bat, he's just like, oh, what the hell? And then suddenly it's like, whatever, I'm a shun-in, I don't care. He just he goes about his business. He just continues to watch, nasty hentai and play video games.
So he's like, wait.
You see this little 12-year-old girl in this like shun-in's room that's surrounded by all these freaking manga and anime and visual novels, games and stuff like that. And it's interesting to see the slow change. So it's one of those series that does the whole sort of 2 stories in one episode kind of thing.
A part, B part.
Yeah.
What?
But they're connected in some way.
Those are generally the best.
Yeah, so it's like little episodes, hidden inside. So you get these fun little moments. So it's lighthearted. I enjoy lighthearted sort of slice of life stuff but this has got a lot of comedy, situational comedy in it, where he's stuck in silly position, like just go to the toilet. It's great scene, absolutely phenomenal. The way he just runs in and then stands in front of the toilet and goes, oh yeah, and then turns around, and the whole sequence is done. Him running out of his room down to the toilet. The first shot's done from like security camera style footage as you watch him run down the corridor and then into the room, and then it just cuts to another still camera where he's doing this whole sequence of this is how I use the toilet now. And it's just some nice neat little moments like that make the animation real nice.
It kind of reminds, like, just some of the humor that you're telling me kind of reminds me of the that really dumb manga that I started reading on a whim. My penis turned into a lolly.
You didn't tell me about this one, but you're going to.
I absolutely did. It was like a few months ago.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I sent you screenshots and everything.
You said I only weird shit, though.
Yeah, I do. Most of it's from Golden Kamuy. It was kind of weird.
yeah. So it's just that they've been put into a position
fish out of water
in a comedy situation. So that I've been really enjoying. That's probably been one of the standouts for me this season.
Yeah, see, Jack's got my back. Shit. Yeah, it was like a good 2 weeks. I was obsessed with the premise and thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Well, sorry, when you said lolly, I meant
piece of candy.
Yeah, piece of candy.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay, now I get what you mean there.
Little girl.
Yeah, I remember now. Now. Okay.
She had the bowl cut for the head of the penis. Yeah. It was so dumb. And then when he would get excited, she would grow, like, so she'd no longer be a lolly. She'd be like it was dumb. I loved it though. It was so stupid.
That's the fun stuff. Breaks up all the monotony of the of the serious stuff we read.
A nice transition from your one that you mentioned that I already forgot the title of. Do you want to repeat it for the viewers?
Onamai.
Yeah, thanks. The viewers appreciate it.
They will when they watch.
Damn it. Boichi the Rock.
Yeah.
We'll just quickly touch on it. I started watching it with Jack the other night on recommendation from I think it was actually Mother's Basement and Giguk, two other anime YouTubers. And I put it on. Jack was like, "Oh, what's this? Oh, it's cute girls doing cute things." I'm like, "Yeah, but just wait." And then Boshi had her first meltdown. I'm like, "See, she just like us for real." And he was like, "All right, I like this." It feels like Beck with massive anxiety. Or K-On! With massive anxiety. Oh, it's so good. And it feels so raw and real, and the characters are funny and just bounce off each other so well.
You know what?
Mm.
I think I've got this confused with something else, but
Really?
yeah,
Do,
I think I got it
okay.
confused with Boichi.
What's Boichi?
Boichi is the series that the what's that science one that you really like?
Oh, Boichi's new stuff. Has he got something out? Does he? I thought he had. It was Dr. Stone that he did the art for.
Yeah, Bocce the Rock. That's what I got it. Which is yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was saying it the other way. That's my bad.
Yeah. Sorry, it just I got a lot of things confused in one. So
nah, I also was saying the title wrong, so that's on me.
No, that's cool. That's cool. It looks okay. Yeah. I see what's going on here. I think why does this look familiar?
It's essentially it's a music anime, cute girls doing cute things, like that sort of genre. However, the main character has crippling social anxiety. Like she sees someone. I'm gonna paraphrase the opening premise. She sees someone rocking out on a guitar and is just amazed. And I think her dad was a musician as well, so it kind of fit. And she was going to use that to become popular at school. So she studies guitar for 3 years and doesn't speak to anyone ever. And then she ends up going into, I think, might be middle school, or they might have graduated middle school. So they're like
in their high school. Like high school. Sort of mid-teen.
And so she's like, she's like, all right, I've got to make sure that I do this in high school. I form a band and whatnot. And it turns out that the school that she goes to, she commutes 2 hours for because she didn't want anyone to know her. In case
that's intense.
The crippling anxiety was real, man. Like it's all that level of like, Jesus Christ, girl, like you are so high strung.
Time to chill out.
I think we only watched 2 episodes, and my favorite little segment of her freaking out is like she meets up and she kind of gets kidnapped into a band, honestly. So the layout of the friend group / band is 2 introverts, 2 extroverts, but they're like polar opposites of each other. Like the 2 extroverts are polar opposites, and the 2 introverts are polar opposites. So you've got the introvert that's trying to be an extrovert, and vice versa, and it's hilarity ensues. But she gets to the studio early. And she's just like, should I go in? But what if they're not there? And I'm just sitting around looking like a loser. And so she keeps reaching for the doorknob and just circling in the stairwell. And the 2 band members are at the top of the stairs just watching her like, what is she doing? And one of them goes to yell out, and she's like, no. I want to watch this for a little bit longer.
Let it be.
Oh man, it killed me so good. I would very much recommend.
Get onto it. I'll
is
have to get onto
great.
it. I will replace one of the other shows that I started watching with it because I'm not going to keep up with all of them.
What other shows have you been watching?
Okay, so I started Farming Life in Another World.
You were talking about isekais
I
before.
know. You can't ignore them though; they're just all over the place. And the witch. Rise of the. Oh, I've forgotten the name of it now. It's something to do with the witch. Which is actually it's a follow-on from Grimoire of Zero, which is a series from a couple of years ago.
I don't think I saw it.
Takes place in the same universe.
Oh yeah.
And the same characters come in sort of halfway through the series. So it's interesting that they've taken the position of following a different set of characters that intertwine into the same world, which was really good. Enjoying it. It's nothing to write home about. It's just something I'm watching.
Oh man, I just saw the cover arts for volume 2 and 3 of Aliens Area, and I'm sad because they look so cool.
Can't have any more.
Ah, what the hell? Like, look at this.
I miss it. I actually really miss it.
I know.
It was such a good series.
And then there's, I'll bring up number 3 in a second when I find it again. I've been watching. Oh, here it is. So good.
Yeah, character design was so good in that.
Dude, I was so invested. I was gutted when it got cancelled, and I'm gonna have to get the Tanko balance for them so I can finish up the story too.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they didn't finish the story, did they?
Yeah.
Mean.
Which it's just rude. Like, I get why they're doing it, and it's a great business idea, but screw you guys. Like, you cancel it and then enough.
And string us along. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I got into Blue Lock. It's really good.
Is it?
Okay, so I thought someone had told me about it, so it wasn't you?
We talked about it. We talked about it last week.
Did we?
About watching it, yeah. Because we were both like, oh yeah, it's big at the moment. It's one of those series that's going off, and
it's like I'm
curious.
It's the darkest sport anime I've watched.
Yeah, it looks really angry.
Oh, it is.
It's like the angriest thing.
It is like the most cutthroat sports thing that I have seen ever, and like it feels similar to. And this is gonna be like so left field because it's not tonal wise at all, but it does remind me in parts of Haikyuu. But that's kind of the only other real sport anime that I've really watched a lot of. Like it still has the teammates and friendship, but that plays like 10 steps down the ladder. And the first step on that ladder is ego and like you as the striker. So the whole premise is that Japan is so desperate to win the World Cup that they have designed this crazy training regime that will essentially ruin like 290 up and coming players' dreams forever. And then the top one is going to be the one that's going to be on the team. But at that point, seriously, guys, just make the whole team out of the people from Blue Lock.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Like, right? Yeah, sure, they're all super egoists that just want to score goals, but if you get them to work on it as a team, and because they are all strikers, like, and trying to do that at this moment anyway, they are forced to play in teams because that's just how it goes. It's pretty good. I got very invested pretty early.
That's sports anime for you though.
Yeah.
It sucks you in quite dramatically.
There's currently like 16 episodes out, and well, last I checked, and 14 dubbed, and the dub's pretty good. I didn't watch a lot of the sub. Oh, you just signing something for one of your fans?
No. My daughter's here. My daughter's here, and she's super happy because I got her a Gundam to build. And she's just finished.
I love the. That is sick.
She's just finished putting it together. So
that's an old school Gundam too, isn't it?
This is the RX-78, which is the original Gundam. This is the entry grade unit. Which is
really?
8-year-olds. Yeah, it's just like
look at all them pieces. Oh, okay.
Well, there's still quite a few pieces in there, but it was really designed to be simple, but still have, you know, look at all the articulation on this thing. It's just, you know, absolutely mad.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Even you get a lot of
very
movement in the ankles and everything. Yeah, very much. And they're really well balanced as well. You can stand them on one leg and stuff like that. So very cool and very happy.
It is, yes.
Actually, I did miss because I haven't been keeping up with Heart Gear. Heart Gear was been put on hiatus back in December last year, and we're still waiting to hear when it comes back. Yeah.
I need to read more of that. It's a really good series.
It is. It
feels like one of those ones that I'd be happier with a physical copy, though. I don't know why.
It honestly feels like a palate cleanser for me.
Yeah, it is. It's quite different to both visually and story wise. It's quite different. To a lot of the stuff we read.
Actually, now that I think about it, I was getting to a pretty like heightened part. I should really go back to
that. Yeah.
Just kind of stopped reading it like a pivotal moment.
That's right. I'm going before you start up again because I know you're going to.
I was about to. Yeah.
I'm just going to say that the last new series that I started watching was Reborn to Master the Blade, which is not an isekai.
Not reincarnated as a sword.
No, which is also great. Absolutely love that.
Because that sounds very similar.
This one is about an old like hero that, you know, he's saved the land. He's, you know, brought peace to everything, and he's finally starting to pass away. And then the goddess comes down and goes, "What would you like? You know, any wish you like?" He's like, "I'd like to be reborn, but I want to be reborn as someone who's not attached to having to save the nation. He wants to just be like, he wants to be a warrior. He wants to be someone who just masters the blade, and that's it." He gets to keep all these skills and stuff.
So kind of
just gets reborn.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like restarting the game with all the skills.
Yeah, New Game Plus.
New Game Plus. So he gets New Game Plus, and is reborn as a girl, of course.
Naturally.
Which is kind of cool because the voiceover does, like, every time he talks about his past, it's his voice, and every time his voice over in the present, it's her. So it's got this cool little tone to it, and he plays the part throughout the whole thing. His obsession is with fighting the most powerful people he can find. So he's constantly
it's Goku but with a sword.
Yeah, in a sense, but he's constantly following like the heroes of the land. So he purposely gets himself not put in with the group that has the responsibility of, you know, overthrowing the Demon King and all that sort of stuff. And he just sort of tags along so he can battle all the insanely powerful people. So it's quite fun. The animation's pretty standard.
So he's like,
the story's fun.
I want to master the blade, but this is my retirement, so let the youngins do all the shit that needs to be done.
Yeah, let them have the responsibility, let them have the crippling pressure and all that sort of stuff. And he just wants to fight stuff. And it's good fun.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's been a bit of a highlight. And Jack not an isekai.
It's
'Cause
just
he
a
gets
regular old
reborn.
fantasy.
It's just a regular old fantasy of reincarnation. No different world, same world.
As soon as you go reincarnation, though, it just kind of feels like an isekai.
I know it has it written all over it, but it's technically not.
Yeah. So once I caught up with Blue Lock, I was like, ah, shit, I feel empty in my soul. Got to fill that quick. So I finally got around to watching, well, the first couple episodes of. Wait, is it Call of the Night or Into the Night?
Yeah, Call of the Night. I want to say it's Call of the Night.
I think it's Call of the Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching that too.
The vampire one with the tummy. Gonna simp for a bit. She hella cute.
Oh yeah.
I would much prefer.
Kick him while he's down, I say. Kick him while he's down.
Get him, Logan. I think I might play in a little bit later, but at present, I would have just preferred them to age up the protagonist, and I get that it was probably for like a he just like me for real, like for the target audience as a self-insert, but
yeah,
I mean,
it feels like that it's more likely that someone in their early 20s would be in that scenario.
Yeah, like they could have even had him as like a university student or something. I'm not really sure, but like it, as much as I'm loving it and the art design and just the general themes and feel and just
it looks beautiful
vibe of the series, like it makes Night look so gorgeous. And Night that I haven't seen like that in a long time as well.
Yeah, well, that's Night we don't get here.
Yeah,
that's Japan Night.
Yeah, and man, it's literally the anime version of lo-fi beats to chill out.
Yeah, it is guaranteed. That's exactly what it is. You've got all the color. You've got even the music is quite chill in the whole thing, and all the characters are just so mellow.
It's funny from what I've watched so far in the first couple episodes. It's horny, which that's where it kind of feels a bit odd for me, where it's like 14-year-old boy with fucking eternal vampire.
I was like 300-year-old vampire.
That's kind of grooming. But like, I guess at that point, any human would be grooming, I guess.
Yeah, you're right there.
It's just, I don't know. That's the only thing that, like, in the back of my head while I'm watching it, it's just like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And I kind of push it away, and I'm just like,
yeah.
But like my favorite part
for what it is.
I'm also watching that in dub because my brain is fried this week. Like I started the new job, and I'm just like, I just want to turn off and watch things that talk to me. I can't read right now.
Yeah, cool.
And the dub for that's pretty good too. The voice actress.
They've been getting better.
I know, but there's still a stigma. There's a stigma, so I'm like, oh, the dub's actually pretty good. You should check it out.
Oh, you said it on the internet. You're screwed.
I know. I don't care. I've been watching dub for like forever.
Yeah. I come from the age where you didn't have a choice. Yeah. You got dub. There was no sub.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. My favorite part is like, I think it was episode 2, and she's like, "Oh, your blood tastes really nice. Will you let me feed on you tonight?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure. Here you go." And she's all like, "Oh God, put it away, you pervert!" It's just, oh man, I lost it. It was so genuine. Killed me.
It does. It does have some really fun moments, and I think they stand out a lot more because of the lo-fi nature of the rest of the series. That even though these key comedy moments are pretty standard in most cases,
they
just stand out a lot. Yeah,
100%.
So But it's got quite a bit of fandom now. There's a lot
Mm.
of people that really enjoyed that series.
I wanted to jump onto it like as soon as I saw the PV for it, like
Hmm.
2 years ago now, I think. Because I was still at my other job.
Yeah, it would have
My
been.
my other job. And I remember seeing it and was just like, this looks so cool.
They made
Just
the
like
PV look awesome.
animation wise, the music and everything, and oh man, the anime opening and oh man, the closing is thirsty. Just it's so good. I hope I don't end up eating my words when I finish it up, but it's pretty good so far.
You just enjoy it for what it is all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
yeah. On it, I don't think I've enjoyed an anime for the vibe alone. Like the story, there's
Yeah.
not really a story there yet. And I'm not really expecting there to be a super in-depth.
No, it does pick up a bit. So there's a bit of
Yeah.
action and stuff later on. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, the action scenes. Wow. They're real nice.
I mean, everything looks incredible. Like the whole series feels like lo-fi Sakuga. Like nothing's really amazing is going on, but like the animation is just so
You
detailed.
can just stare at it.
Also, you just pause whenever, print screen, bam, there's a wallpaper.
Yeah, definitely.
Like just in episode 1 where it's at night, he stops at one of the alcohol vending machines and he's like silhouetted by it. Just looks so cool. Yeah. I'm
Nice.
stop gushing. We're gonna have to quickly run through the weeklies because we're already over an hour. So highlights only.
Dan?
Cool.
Always. I don't need to say much more, do I?
Spoilers ahead.
Yeah, spoilers ahead. What?
Minor spoilers.
Yeah, because there wasn't a lot of anything happening.
It was a training.
Sakamoto was just finishing the arc.
Yep. I mean, Dan's transitioning, so it's setting up.
So it did have that cute little moment at the end where they'd fallen asleep together, and yeah.
I like the out of body experience actually, and I liked how he has a tail connecting him.
Yep.
Reminded me of Noragami. I was like, yeah.
I hope it's a new power. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see how that goes.
If you could use that in some way.
Yeah. Chainsaw Man was incredible, but I feel like we should dedicate next week for that because we are on a break next week.
Right then.
Yeah.
I was going to say it was a bit light. It felt too
quick. I've got some things to say.
We'll talk about that afterwards.
Yeah. Black Clover also had a pretty good chapter. It's just smashing along at the moment. It's mid-arc peak at the moment, I feel. Yep. I don't know how much longer we're going to have Black Clover around for. 18 months max, I reckon. It's getting towards the end. I would even say the same with Jujutsu. It also had a pretty cool chapter. Not a lot happened, but we got some Nani the fuck stuff happening.
Nice.
My Hero Academia, like I said before, was incredible. One Piece, also incredible. Undead Unluck has just finished off its little arc with Unavoidable, which was just like a boxing showcase. Was so cool.
Yeah.
And the only other one that I can really think of that really stands out was, again, Akane Banashi. Oh, how stupid of me. Ichinoso family was the standout. I can't believe I forgot. That was like the first one I read though. If any of you are sleeping on Ichinoso's family's deadly sins, stop doing that now and jump on that series. There are only 10 chapters currently, and it is a ride.
It's been fun so far, but this latest chapter was just nuts.
I've been
It's
waiting.
turned everything. Yeah,
I've been waiting for this. And like we had a couple like smaller ones throughout the previous 9 chapters, but this one was big.
Yeah. This is the starting point where everything starts to go haywire.
And I think Ginka and Luna was setting up its new story as well.
They're just in the new town, so a little story there.
I actually had to go back to the previous chapter and figure out where we were because I forgot about the transition out of the academy. So I was like, "Who the hell is you? Who's gonna eat everybody?" So I'm like, "Have I missed the chapter?" So yeah, that was a bit jarring, but we've been spoiled. We had a pretty good week again.
I'll just quickly say Jiangxi's definitely stepping towards that Naruto style feel.
Also, big chapters. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether it's actually come from a different service or something. It feels like it's jumped over something else. It says new series here, but I think it might be from one of their other services. But it's big. There's no way that they're rolling out 45 pages in a week, not to the standard that he's doing.
Because the first chapter had an extra like half of what a normal first chapter would have.
Yeah, so it was like 92 pages or something like that.
And then the first one was just the second one also had quite
45.
considerable. Yeah.
So they've dropped like 130 odd pages in 2 weeks. So not humanly possible. So I think it's a backlog, but I'm happy for it. It's a good series. I'm enjoying it. It's very, very heavily steeped in Chinese mythology.
Yeah.
So if you're not a fan of the whole ghost stories of Chinese past, it probably won't gel with you as much. But it's definitely starting out to be something that's going to be bigger. It's going to snowball. I feel it.
No, I don't think it is, but when I searched up Jiangxi X, I got another series, and I mean, it's going to be dealing with a lot of the same sort of stuff in like its world building by the sounds of it. So I wasn't sure. Might have to do some more research into this, but it could very well be based on a light novel.
Oh, okay.
Or, sorry, a visual novel. It's on Steam. It looks significantly different. Like this looks all girls, but listen to this. No, go away. Jiangxi X Daoshi is an epic story about Chinese vampires, Dao priests, assassins, and immortals, told in a spectacularly animated visual novel format. Like, tell me that doesn't sound exactly like Jiangxi X.
Well, it sounds identical,
right?
So far.
Yeah, that's all it says. That's all it says. Yeah,
I haven't seen one girl in the 2 chapters we've gotten.
Cool. Like I said, it's probably not, but
it could be. It could be related in some way.
I don't think it is. It just was like the first thing that came up, and I think it's just because this has been around a little bit longer. I can't see anything about it being coming from anywhere else though, so I don't know. It very well could have been picked up when the schedule was full, so they just didn't. But you'd think that they would have cut it up to just have like elongate the runtime of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know it's strange. I don't know. I've got nothing for you.
That's right. That's cool.
That's gonna pretty much cover it.
It is.
So we went from like having a dead week of news to being a pretty much completely news episode. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. It helps us out a lot. Leave us a comment. Subscribe. That's the other one. And share us with a friend so that we can grow the audience base. and whatnot. Even if you share it to them when we're not live, that'll still help boost our ratings and whatnot. But we've got some things.
Calm down, Jack. Just calm down.
We've got some things working in the background to try and streamline the process a bit more, add some more things to the show, just to pretty things up. And yeah, we'll see you next week. It's so much easier to say that.
It is instead of in approximately 2 weeks.
Yeah, I got confused sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. We've been Read This Way, episode 30. We'll catch you guys next week for episode 31. I've been Brad.
And I've been Logan.
And bye.